I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. I do not know. That was an ugly loss, man. That was a very, very ugly loss. I am not proud of what the Eagles put out last night. I'm very upset. I really am. I'm very upset. I'm disappointed. Um, I see everybody in the chat already. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We got Lonely B in here, 901 Reacts, Wheels, Nina in here preaching. She's telling the truth. Venom Rage, Ed Torres, what's going on, everybody? We got 20 people in the chat. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe. At least get something good out of this Monday. It's a tough one. What's going on, Josh? Look, I'm gonna be real with you. Yesterday, I felt weird about that game. I reached out to James. As you guys know, we do our show whenever one of our team loses. We have to do our show. I was at work. I told him before the game, something doesn't feel right. I don't know if we're going to win this game. So I'm ready. I'm ready to eat crow. It's not about the loss for me. It's about how we lost. It's about how it looked. It's about, how we played, how we coached, everything. It just felt like we did not go out there and play our game. I mean, that's simply put. It felt like we were playing the 49ers game the whole time. So it's frustrating. I am pissed off. I'm annoyed. But I don't think that it's the end of the season. But what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Joe Castro, a.k.a. Philly Fresco, and it is Philly, the podcast, man. We lost. The Eagles are 10-2. I don't think it's the end of the year. I don't think it's the end of the world. It is what it is. It hurts. It sucks. But the Eagles are 10-2. The Eagles are still number one in the division, in the conference, in the league. So, one loss doesn't define us. But now that Cowboys game becomes important, right? If you go out there and lose that game, the Niners now have the number one seed. If you go out there and lose that game, you're now tied with the Dallas Cowboys for number one spot in the NFC East. That's not what you want. That's not what you want. We do have a poll going today, so definitely hit up that poll. The question is simple. How worried are you after this loss? So far, we got 30% of you guys saying very worried, 50% of you saying you're mad but not worried. That's kind of where I'm at. And 20% of you are saying you don't care. Eagles are fine. I wish I was there. I'm going to be honest with you. I wish I was there. There's a lot of things I can complain about, right? I mean, look, the Eagles not giving their running backs the ball, the Eagles making Jalen Hurts throw the ball 20-plus times in both halves. That's just not our game. That's not who we are. This defense looked soft. I mean, I'm not one to talk junk about our team. I don't like to talk junk about players because I'm not out there. I couldn't do what they do, but they looked soft. They looked weak. They did not look like the team that we week to week are proud to put out there. It was a bad loss. That was a bad loss. When your head of security is, putting the most work in, that's a bad loss. That's a very bad loss. So I'm very upset. But I also think that the Eagles are now pissed off. I don't think we're the only ones that are pissed off. Shout out to John Moreau. I think this is the perfect way to put it, man. Good morning to you as well. Humbling loss, but a lot to build on. It's true. I mean, the Eagles know what they did wrong, or at least they should. The Eagles should have some type of inkling of, hey, we did this and we shouldn't be doing that. I mean, at the end of the day, it's been a constant all year. It's been a constant all year. And this is why I fight a lot of people that say, oh, we got exposed. We knew that our secondary wasn't strong. We knew that our linebacking core was not strong. We knew all this. But at the end of the day, they played even worse than they played all year, and our offense couldn't get it going. Our offense not being able to score on one of those first two drives killed our game. I truly do believe that. I'm not going to sit here and act like I was 100% out of the game once we didn't score. But once we didn't score, I was sitting there like, I don't know what we're going to do. That's not how you want to start it off. We looked like we were moving the ball easily, but you gave them life. You gave them hope. You gave them momentum. And you can't do that. At the end of the day, yes, moving the ball is beautiful. That's a great thing to do. But if you're not able to cash in on at least one of those for a touchdown and make those mental mistakes, you're now giving the Niners life. You're giving them, like I said, momentum and that hope that, hey, we can go out there and beat these boys. And after that, I just don't feel like the Eagles even showed up. After the second quarter, or really after the first quarter, it was all 49ers. And They smacked us. They smacked us, and that's not how you want to go out there, man. That's definitely not. It's not the loss that sucks. It's how you lost. It's upsetting. It really is upsetting. PJ says, if y'all see 49ers again, how do y'all match that physicality? Great question. I honestly, and this is gonna sound like a biased cop out, but I I just think it was us. I think it was all on us. I don't think that the Niners did anything that they don't usually do. And again, it starts with that beginning of the game. If you let them get that hope that, all right, they're not going to score on us even if they're in the red zone, so who cares? We're going to go out there and ball out. Then you allow, Christian McCaffrey to go out there and beat Christian McCaffrey. That's really what it came down to. Like, you allowed the 49ers to do exactly what they want to do. How do you match their physicality? You stomp it out from the word go. And we were on pace to do that. I'm telling you right now, if we would have scored a touchdown on either one of those first drives, I don't want to be greedy and say we needed both, but if you would have scored a touchdown on one of them and it was 10-0, the game changes. The game changes. The fact that they were only down by 6 points, they could that allowed them to continuously use Christian McCaffrey as a runner. When you're up 10 points plus, they were going to change their game plan. That's just what was going to happen. We can, if was a fifth, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, we did not do what we needed to do in order to make them change their game plan. We allowed them to play the game they wanted to play. So I don't think it was even physicality. I think it was we got stomped. I mean, I don't even know. I really don't even know. Unforgiven said, okay, explain to me why they're using Gainwell over Boston Scott. Boston Scott is a hard runner, just like Swift. He can make defenders miss. He's a giant killer. I don't know why we're using Kenneth Gainwell at all. I'm gonna be 100% honest. There's not one game this year that I'm like, hey, go ahead, Kenny Gainwell. There's been plays. There's definitely been plays that I'm like, all right, that was a good run by you. There was a good, a couple good touchdowns by Kenneth Gainwell. But overall, every time he's out on the field, I feel like our offense just stalls. Our offense isn't the same. So I really don't understand it. And again, that's something that this coaching staff is gonna have to figure out, because that was stupid. That was just stupid. It was just bad all around. I don't know why we're using them. I'm going to be real with you. I don't know why we're using them. Tell Decide to put on a uniform, show us how it's done, because I don't get the scheme. I agree. Look, I agree to a certain extent. We don't have the players to stay manned up on guys. We don't have that. The linebacking core obviously injured. That sucks. That hurts you as well. The players out there got to play better. You got to make tackles when you have opportunities. Bradley Roby had opportunity. The only person that went out there and really played defense, in my opinion, was Reed Blankenship. And it's not saying that all these guys suck and I give up on this team. But if you're going to continuously play like that, you're going to lose more games. But I don't think that they'll continue this type of play. I think they will get better. We'll see. The defensive scheme is not working in the offensive playing. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what scheme you use. What scheme do you use with this defense? Realistically, because to me, you have to play off. Yeah, and it's not, again, I don't want to sit here and bash players, but I don't trust, some of these guys being manned up on outside corners. I don't trust it. I don't. At this point in his career, Slay needs outside help. He needs cornerback, safety help. Excuse me. Same thing with James Bradberry. He's not fast enough to stay with some of these wide receivers. And Bradley Roby looked like he didn't want to tackle. So, I mean, it comes down to the players. To me, it's really not just the scheme. The scheme, yes, there's things that need to be better, but it comes down to these players. It really does. They gotta. I don't know, man. I really don't know. They got to be better. They have to be better. And it comes down to the players. I get it. The scheme isn't perfect, but it has to be better as players go. They got to be able to make plays, man. There was many opportunities. And I said this even before the game. You have to Brock Purdy threw a couple of balls that should have been intercepted. He should have. There was a couple times we had him in the backfield and we just didn't take him down. That's on the players. That's not on Sean Desai. So while Sean Desai definitely got some things he's got to fix, I can't put it all on him. This was a loss by the players. It was. Unforgiven says, I think honestly it was the fatigue of the last few games, like it was said on the post-game show. You can't let them run all over you, miss tackles, blown coverages, I'm pissed. Yeah, I mean, it's true. It's true. Yes, I do think that this team was tired. It is what it is, but This is the NFL. You're going to have, you're going to have stretches like this. And at the end of the day, I'm not mad about the loss. It's not about the loss. It's about how you went out there and just didn't look interested, And I'm not going to say that they didn't care. Oh, they don't. This team is soft. It's not about that. But the way you looked is the way you looked. That's really what it comes down to. The way you looked is the way you looked, and I can't take that back. Christian McCaffrey and scoring one of the judges to change the game plan. Yeah, we got to use DeAndre Swift. I really don't get it. What's going on? Trending the AM. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to Trending the AM, bro. Has a great show over there on the Philly Sports Network. One of these days, I'm going to have to come join y'all network. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Liam and all the boys over there. Y'all got something good going. But yes, everybody thinks the sky is falling. I don't think the sky is falling. And I know you're saying that, jestfully, but I know a lot of people are all out on this team, and I'm not even close. Like I said, I truly do believe that this team will figure it out. I truly do believe that. I truly do believe that this team will figure it out. The unwillingness to tackle bothers me. It bothers me too. We can't go into Dallas next week and play like they did. They got to figure out something quick. I agree. And again, I think it comes down to the players. The players got to look themselves in the face. They got to watch this film, right? They got to watch this film, look themselves in the face and say, that was on me. That was me. That was me. I missed that tackle. I blew that coverage. I did that. We have to be better as players. And don't get me wrong, there's definitely some splaining that these coaches need to do, right? The coordinators need to be better. Defensive coordinator needs to be better. Nick Sirianni needs to be better. But these players need to take accountability. And these are the comments I'm not going to take. These are the comments I'm not going to take. We're not saying stuff like that. We're not saying dumb stuff like that. We're not saying dumb stuff like that. All right, what happened against the 49ers is not an indictment on who this team is. It isn't. It really is not. That was a horrible game from the start to finish. Horrible game. But that's not an indictment on who we are. A lot of teams lost a lot of bad games. The Packers beat the Chiefs. I mean, the Packers are looking good, don't get me wrong. But the Chiefs, I'm sure their world isn't falling. I'm sure their world is not falling. At the end of the day, we are who we are. We know we have a good team. We know that we can beat teams. We've done it before. We just got to get back to that. That's really all it comes down to. Why is Quez in the game? Oz made an amazing catch last week. I mean, they like Quez's speed. I don't think that that's what made us lose. I think that that's not something that we really got to be complaining about. It really comes down to a lot more things than that. The sky ain't falling, LOL. We still 10-2 and definitely need to beat Dallas. They can still get it right. Yeah, I mean, this game now is very important. This game is now definitely very important. We definitely got to go out there and beat them. Yeah, no negativity, bro. We lost. It is what it is. I understand being upset. I definitely get being upset because I'm upset too. What's going on, Jason? I definitely I get it. I get it. But nah, we are not one of those teams that are just gonna fall apart just because we lost one game. That's not gonna happen. Dante, I mean, there's a couple of good corners in this draft. Y'all know I covered the draft last year. I'll probably be out there again this year. I might be covering the Pro Bowl, which is kind of cool. Unfortunately, none of our players will be in it, right? Because they'll be in the Super Bowl. But I might be out there, so I'm waiting on an update on that. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things we're going to have to figure out in this offseason. And hopefully, hopefully Darius Leonard wants to come play for the Eagles because we need him right now. I ain't going to lie. And I wouldn't mind Zach Ertz either. I would not mind having Zach Ertz here. I wouldn't mind Marcus Peters. I wouldn't mind a whole bunch of people. I ain't going to lie. Like, this secondary got me worried. I'm going to be real with you. This secondary got me worried. But we have who we have. Remo says it was the way... I was way down yesterday, but I'm okay today. Need Cunningham back, and this might be the kick we needed on D. That's my thing. There's one of two things that are going to happen. We're either going to fold, which I don't think will happen, or we're going to figure the hell out what we're doing wrong, and we're going to fix it. Because it's not just defensively. Offensively, we need to be better as well. We need to be more consistent. We can't wait till the second half to start playing. And one thing I will say is that this defense feeds off the offense. This defense feeds off the offense. Robert Emmons in here just saying crazy stuff. We're going to have to, you getting your wrench taken for a little bit. You getting your wrench taken a little bit, bro, because you saying some wild stuff. If you're not a fan of this team, bro, then don't be a fan of this team. If you're not going to support this team in good and bad, I've seen this team win 4 games. If this is your low point, I don't know, bro. I don't know you like that, Robert, and I'm gonna give you your moderator back. I'm gonna give you your moderator back probably in a couple minutes. But nah, bro. We ain't saying that because Reed Blankenship did his damn thing yesterday. Reed Blankenship, the only one that did his damn thing. Yeah, Bradbury, he's been playing pretty bad. Slay, he's been playing pretty bad. But nah, you wildin', bro. I agree with that. Why have? But we've done this all year. This is the thing. And this is what kills me is that I've been telling people this all year. And people continuously tell, oh, but we're winning. Why care? Because at times like this. We've been doing this all year, having our linebackers on running backs, linebackers on slot receivers, running backs on number 1 receivers. We've been doing this all year. So we can't get mad now because we lost with it. That's what we've been doing all year. And I've been saying it doesn't make any sense. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But I agree with you there, Robert. Jason says we will be okay. We don't want to show the Niners anything on tape in case we see them again. I hope that's not the case. I've said that before. If we're holding back, we're idiots, bro. If we're really holding back, I really don't like that. Play the freaking game. Play the game because you go out there and you beat the 49ers. 1, the Dallas Cowboys game is not that important, right? 2, you have a pretty cushy lead that if you beat the Dallas Cowboys, their season's basically over, right? I mean, that's basically what it comes down to. So now you're playing an extra week. You're playing, you never know. And I didn't like that they put the players back in. I didn't like that they put Jalen Hurts back in. We were losing. That game was over. Just let him stay healthy. Maybe it was an extra week. He could get even healthier. I don't know. Dirty Sith says, our secondary will be our downfall. Slay and Bradbury don't have the upside at this point in their career. They are who they are. I agree to a certain extent. I agree. Not even to a certain extent. You're right. We do need to find other guys. We definitely need to find other guys. And, it's funny because somebody asked me, Tuck asked me, he was like, because we both, I know he's a Cowboys fan, everybody hates Cowboys, but we were both at the draft and we were talking about Devin Witherspoon. We were talking about Christian Gonzalez. We were really high on a lot of these cornerbacks. And he asked me, would you have rather, knowing what we know now, would you have rather have Jalen Carter or Devin Witherspoon? And I said Jalen Carter just because of who he is. But we need cornerbacks now, and this draft is definitely, I hope, is going to be focused on that. I think first 3 rounds, you're looking linebacker, cornerback, and maybe even a safety. You know what I'm saying? I think defensively, this is the draft. You got to get better. Fans don't trash the team. We took a loss. Yeah, it was ugly and I'm pissed, but I bleed green and still have faith in this team. We got to get some help in the secondary. I agree. That's what it comes down to. It was 1 loss. It was ugly, but this might wake them up and this might make them a little bit more aggressive. Maybe after that game, Howie Roseman calls up Shaq and is like, listen, bruh, what you need? What you need, dog? What you need? You know what I'm saying? What do you need for you to come in and play for us? Because, that's the only thing you can really do right now. My major concern is the first quarter, San Fran came out with new stuff. Then they went back to what they do, decided to have an answer, couldn't stop the backups. The backups? Oh, you're talking about like towards the end of the game? It was ugly. Yeah. Desai, I've been saying all year, Desai needs to figure something out, but I don't know what he has to do. I don't know what to do. So that's why I'm a little bit less, I guess critical of him because I don't know what he's going to do with the team that he has. It's not like you have a bunch of all pro players. A lot of these guys, Slay and Bradbury, they're supposed to be a lot better, but I don't know what you do. What do you really do? We're missing tackles. There's not much he can do about that. This week at practice, it should just be tackling drills all week. Y'all have a favorable schedule moving forward, and we'll be able to rest players going into the playoffs. We might not. We might not. That's the thing. With this loss, again, it's not the end of the world, but if we don't beat the Cowboys, we need to win the rest of the games. That's what it comes down to. That's really what it comes down to, unless the Cowboys start losing some games. Trey says we're going to be okay. We need to run the ball more. I agree, Trey. I agree. In the first half, at that. the fact that Jalen Hurts almost threw the ball 50 times and we didn't run the ball with our running backs more than 15 times is just it's mind blowing, especially when you have a 6-0 lead. Go out there and run the ball. I don't know why you're trying to air it out when you have a 6-0 lead. I know it's not a huge lead, but why are you trying to air it out? Why are you trying to make these drives quick? Like, take your time, methodically move down the field. We've done it before, and we can do it again. If this game doesn't show us that linebacker is a priority in the draft and not no second, third linebacker, we need a real dog. I agree. You need to go out there and get you a guy that's going to be the captain of that defense, the green dot, right? The guy that's going to be your quarterback of that defense. We don't have that. Yeah, I mean, that's ridiculous. Jalen Hurts ran the ball more times. Jalen Hurts and Marcus Mariota ran the ball more, if I'm not mistaken, than DeAndre Swift and Kenneth Gainwell. That's insane. Makes zero sense. Our schedule favors us over the Cowboys. Yeah, it does, technically. I mean, but I don't want to be waiting for other teams to lose. That's not where I want to be. I do not want to be in a situation where I'm like, all right, we need them to lose. We should be able to take care of this by ourselves. We should. YouTube is bugged out. It don't even show me how many likes we got. That's crazy. YouTube don't even show me how many likes it got. But shout out to everybody in the chat. We got 40 plus people in the chat. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, join the family, man. I appreciate everybody in here. It's not easy. It's not an easy day. We need to upgrade our linebacker. I agree. I'm going to be looking at Twitter to see if anything shakes, because we definitely need, we need some help. If he goes to the Cowboys, let me see real quick. Still no Shaq. Still no news on Shaq. I don't know, man. 42 people watching, 22 likes. Let's get those likes up. What's going on, Drew? He said, Joe, we need to calm down. We lost one game in this terrible gauntlet everyone talked about. Jalen doesn't drop back to backs, beat Dallas, and we good. Yeah, I agree. Like I said, I'm not mad about the loss. I'm mad about how we looked in the loss, but things can change. We lost one game and everybody's acting like our whole season's over, like we got exposed. We beat the Cowboys and everybody gonna shut up again. I mean, that's how it works. That's definitely how it works. The NFL is a what have you done for me lately league. Shaq Leonard is not coming to us, dog. Just reality. Why? Because we lost. Like, I don't know. If I'm Shaq, I'm looking at this like, damn, I can help this team. The bar for linebacker right now is not that high in Philadelphia. So, I mean, if he might even be able to get a second contract with us, at least. I mean, obviously he's, got contracts and everything, but he might be able to get extended with the Eagles, because it doesn't look like we really care about drafting him. So, if I'm him, why not? Why not the Eagles? Remember, the Broncos lost 70-20, and they looked like they didn't belong in the NFL, and now they might make the playoffs. You never know. Facts. It's a week-to-week league. Yeah, you and my guy, Big Game James, had me rolling last night. I'm still not ready to talk ish about Sunday night. Hey, I can't wait till Sunday. I really cannot wait till Sunday. I cannot wait till Sunday. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I think it's going to be a great game. Like I said yesterday, I don't know who's going to win. I don't know who's going to lose, but I think it's going to be a great game either way. So I think the Eagles can win, though. I definitely think the Eagles can win, and I think that they're a pissed-off team right now, which a pissed-off Eagles, I think, is a scary, scary team. So we'll see what happens. We did, Weezy. But at the end of the day, I'm going to say what you say. Go Birds regardless. Brandon says, Shaq ain't the answer. He will be a body for sure, but his back ain't it. Problem is, Eagles have neglected the linebacker position for years. It's true. I mean, Shaq is... I don't know. I really don't know what Shaq is going to do for us, but we need something. We need something. You're not wrong. Shaq probably isn't the answer long term, but the bar set for the Eagles right now is not that high. The Eagles have championship leadership, unlike the Cowboys. We will clean things up. Shaq can take the Colts loser mentality to Dallas. Hey, we'll see what happens. If he comes to the Eagles, I'll be happy, and I'll be hopeful that he can, maybe spark that old Shaq Leonard, and be that guy for us. But Brandon ain't wrong. He's not the long-term answer. He really isn't. Hey, bro, the Packers beat the Chiefs. Niners beat us. It is what it is. We still 10-2. People need to relax. We beat in Dallas next week and move on. Yeah, I mean, that's it. Now this is the week that you have to sit here. You got to be upset. Not got to be upset, but you're upset. You go through the week. You're going through the motions. And it's like, I just want to get back out on the field. But I'm sure the Eagles players want to get back out on the field. I'm sure that's how they're feeling too. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I'm sure that's how they're feeling too. They want to get back on that field and shut people up. So, Question, when was the last time Jalen lost back-to-back games? I think 2021. I think his first year as a starter, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I'll let him go to the Cowboys. I'd rather just draft one. I do too. I mean, even if we get Shaq Leonard, it doesn't mean we're not going to draft one. You know what I'm saying? I just said that he could probably get a second contract just because we have no linebackers. But, I don't know, man. I do not know. I see a bunch of mock drafts where Jeremiah Trotter Jr. is falling to the second round. If that happens, I pounce on that man, bro. I will literally pick him up. Like he needs to be a Philadelphia Eagle, but we can't really think about that right now. We really can't think about that right now. It was 2021. Will says it was 2021. Yeah, see? Yeah, look at that. I'm smart. I'm smart sometimes. Who else could we look at linebacker? I'll look it up. I don't think that there's many out there. Let me look at Shaq Leonard's. This dude really gonna wait till the last second, bro. Let me look up the free agent linebackers real quick. Ain't nobody, bro. Ain't nobody. Oh, man. All right, let's see. All right. So let's see. We got Shaq Leonard, Deion Jones, Christian Kirksey, maybe. I mean, he's a little bit older. Corey Littleton, I wouldn't be mad at that. Did Anthony Barr get picked up? Anthony Barr got picked up, right? Bro, they ain't nobody. Nate Gary is a. Y'all want the snake back? There really ain't nobody. Maybe, like I said, maybe Corey Littleton. Did he get picked up by anybody? Maybe a Christian Kirksey if he didn't get picked up. Really nobody that's going to make a big difference. I mean, they free agents for a reason right now, unfortunately. Who else at linebacker? Nobody. Facts. It's not looking good. Not looking good. What's going on with Kataya's mom? It happens. Exactly. Look at that. Cowboys fan, that's realistic. It happens. Stuff happens. It is what it is. Nobody will give us help. Bring in Seth and Doc and let them talk to the defense. Facts. I don't even know about just talk. Maybe let them suit up, bro. Let them suit up. Because it was looking bad. Hey, Willie, we were 14-0 against teams with a winning record until yesterday, so I wouldn't count on it. Yeah, I don't think that we're going to continuously look this bad. I really don't. Damn, Deion Jones is I believe so. From what I'm looking at, he is. So what? Dean ain't coming back at all. I have no idea what's going on with Dean. I have no idea. I ain't gonna lie to you. I have no idea what's going on with Dean right now. So I assume he should be back by next week, but I don't know. Nobody's talking about him. So who knows, man? Who knows? Honestly, picking up another linebacker ain't going to help, in my opinion. I don't know if it will. I really don't know if it will. I think it will in a little bit. I think, it'll help a little bit. At the very worst, you have a veteran there. But I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know. I'm sorry if you guys came to watch this show to like get some answers, but I'm just as clueless as you guys. Again, it's not about losing. We could have lost that game and I would have been sitting here like, it is what it is. But the way we lost that game, like we just didn't even show up. So it's a little bit frustrating. Liz Frank sprain is touchy. Guys used to be out for the season with that. Yeah. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. Michael, this is what I would love to see. I would love to see Nolan Smith get some off-ball snaps. I think that he would be a dog. Goddard will be back next week, and we need him back. Yeah, Goddard will be a good addition. I don't think that not having him is what made us lose this game, but definitely have him back would be big. It would definitely be big. I don't know why it keeps on doubling all the comments. It's weird. Team showed no heart, and we can't have that. That's the big thing. I don't think this is who we are. That's the thing. Like, I'm upset, but I'm not to the point that it's like, oh, the year's over, just because I don't think this is who we are. That's not what we've done in any other game. We've been behind before, right? We've been behind by a couple points, right? By a couple touchdowns, and we've come right back. So it's just, I don't think this is who we are. Nolan Smith was drafted at linebacker. Well, I did say that, when we first got him, everybody was asking why we're not using him. And I said because I think that they're trying to utilize him as more than just a pass rusher. They want him to be more of that linebacker guy that can cover and utilize his speed and athleticism. Did y'all hear what Seth Joyner said about our corners and running backs? The corners and running the ball, man, they should hire Seth at linebacker coach or something. He has a lot of knowledge on the game, maybe more than the coaches. I did hear what he said. He wasn't wrong. They looked soft. They looked like they didn't want to tackle. I don't think he understands how to talk to people. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. And that's a big thing. You got to know how to talk to these players. At the end of the day, they're men just like we are, adults just like we are. We need to try something at linebacker, and I don't know why, but I feel like Nolan Smith at linebacker, not just a pure pass rusher. He's not a great pass rusher anyways. He's a good pass rusher. He's all right, but he's not a great pass rusher right now. He doesn't have the body for it. So, yeah, I think you should use him as an off-ball linebacker. Let him use that speed to get from sideline to sideline. He can tackle. He can make plays. I just don't think he's a, hand in the dirt type guy. We'll see, though. We'll definitely see. How confident are you going into Arlington? Very confident. Very confident. Jalen Mills was out for a while with a Liz Frank injury, so Dean coming back, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going to go on with him. I really don't. Willie says there's no way the Eagles beat us twice in one season. We always split. Oh, no, we always split. We'll see. I just don't understand how Cowboys fans are using this game as some type of catalyst that they're good now. Like, bro, y'all got your ass whooped by the Niners too. How are you using a game that a team you lost to a team you lost to as some type of like, oh, we're confident now. We got momentum. We're gonna smash y'all, bro. Stop it. It's a lot of hypocriticism. Hypocriticism. Is that a word? Hypocrisy. There we go. Hypocrisy. There we go. I did it. I'm proud of myself. So we're going to move on from that word because I'm never saying it again. It is what it is. I wouldn't worry about how I talk to folks. They don't get that courtesy. Yes, they do. It is what it is. At the end of the day, they're adults. They're grown-ass men. They played a bad game. It doesn't mean that you talk out your neck to them. It don't mean that you talk sideways to them. But yeah, I mean, he wasn't wrong. I don't think that Seth Joyner was disrespectful. I know Slay took it some type of way, but you definitely have to talk. You have to speak to these people with respect at the end of the day. Because if even at your job, if you did a shitty job at your job, you're going to let them just disrespect you? No, you're not. Here we go. Are you a Cowboys fan, Devolia? Damn, I think I got, what's his name, mad, bro. He ain't even talking no more. Ever since I took his wrench. My bad, dog. I'm sorry I took your wrench. I'm sorry, bro. But you can't talk. You can't disrespect my team, bro. If you're an Eagles fan and you talking about we trash, this, that, and the third, You getting your wrench taken away. I'm done with that. It's a lot of hypocritical activity going on. Big facts. Big facts. This dude said Dak MVP. Drunk. He's drunk. He's drunk. I'd give the MVP to Christian McCaffrey before I'd give it to Dak. Real talk. It's a week-to-week league you can lose. Facts. Facts. We are not using yesterday. We are talking about Eagles and Cowboys always split every year. You know this. I mean, not this year. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see if you guys split this year. If you guys split this year, it's going to be funny because y'all go, oh, we're the best. We're the best. We in the same situation. We in the same exact situation. So that's why I don't really listen to y'all because y'all just be, y'all take everything that happens that doesn't happen within your team. Y'all take what happens outside of your team within the league to say, oh, but look at us. We're great. Whenever something happens to a player, whenever a quarterback doesn't have a great game, oh, but if it was Dak, nobody gives a damn. Nobody cares. Like, nobody wants to sit here and compare every single player to your players. Like, bro, that's corny. It's corny. No bullshit, though. Purdy looked good, but he's still some ish. I mean, Christian McCaffrey, to me, was the MVP of that game. Either Christian McCaffrey or Debo. Lonely Beast says, LOL, these Dallas fans, these Cowboys aren't even the best football team in Texas, right? I'm taking Houston. I'll take it the Texans. Cowboys are below the Eagles. Facts. And even James said it yesterday. And I'll ask y'all, all the Cowboys fans in the comments right now, who is the number 2 team in the league right now? Real talk, because I would say the Niners are the number 1 team right now. If we're just looking at, how the games played out and everything, I got to give the Niners the nod, right? I feel like that we were the best team in the league prior to that game. They whooped our ass, so now they're number 1. But who is number 2? Who's number 2? The Philadelphia Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles are still one of the best teams in the NFL. That game yesterday does not change that. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that because they had a shootout against Seattle. So now all that doesn't matter. They don't want to hear that. What's going on, Dirty Seth? My heart obviously believes that we'll beat Dallas this weekend and obviously win if we see the Dallas in the playoffs. My head is telling me that it will be tough to beat Dallas 3 times in one season. It will be. It will be. It's tough to beat any team. It's tough to beat any team. And I'm not taking away anything from any team. I'm definitely not taking anything away from the 49ers. The 49ers went out there and whooped our ass. It is what it is. But that's the difference between us and the Cowboys fans, us and Niners fans. They'll make every excuse in the world. We got our ass beat. But guess what? We coming right back. Our season ain't over. People have lost before. Teams have lost before. Great teams have lost before. I ain't worried. I'm sorry, y'all. I keep looking to see, if Shaq makes his decision at any time today. It don't look like he's going to be doing it anytime soon, though. Shanahan was MVP. We forced a game plan that has been faulty all year. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. I think that our coaching staff really just didn't show. I don't think anybody showed up. Real talk, I don't think anybody showed up. We play tomato cans, but y'all play tomato cans too. Who did we beat that was trash? I'd love to hear this. Go ahead. I'd love to hear this. What's going on, Teresa? LOL, the Chiefs just got blown out yesterday with the Packers. Funny teams get beat and whooped. Bounce right back to go Birds. Exactly. Teams lose. The teams lose. It is what it is. Hey, Joe, I got to go, but I want to say we're moving and focusing on Dallas, and we'll show they can't beat a good team. We know it deep down, and they know it. Have a great day. Fly, Eagles, fly. Yes, sir. Go Birds, Wheels. I appreciate you coming through. Exactly, Michael. The fat lady ain't singing yet. It is far from over. Fire Brian Johnson. I'm not against it. I would be real with you. I ain't against it. I don't know, man. It's so tough because I really do put the onus of the blame on the Eagles players. I really do. I truly do feel like the players just didn't show up. But Brian Johnson has been doing dumb shit all year. He's been doing dumb shit all year, man. And he has the players. I'm honestly more annoyed than mad. I agree with you there. I could definitely get behind that. Why would he come to Philly to be one of the only one tackling? LOL. Just saying, gotta stop like Shaq is the savior. Nobody's saying Shaq's the savior. Nobody's saying that. Definitely nobody's saying that. Who are you more high on, Desai or Brian Johnson? Probably nobody's going to agree with me, especially after that showing we did last night. But probably Desai, to be honest with you. I don't think he has the players in place to be great. The offense has the players in place. And I just don't feel like Brian Johnson or Nick Sirianni, I don't know who it is, whoever's calling these plays is not doing a good job right now. So one of the two needs to figure that shit out. Yeah, it's not even just aggressive. It's knowing what works for you. At the end of the day, the Eagles know that you have a great offensive line. You have a great running back room, right? You have a great running back in DeAndre Swift. Utilize him. I don't get why there's ever a thought of, oh, maybe this isn't the game for DeAndre Swift. Why not? Why the heck not? Eagle Slayer says it's not that we lost, it's the way we lost. Yeah, this is truly going to bite us in January because it's not like they're changing the scheme as they started. I don't think it'll bite us in January. I think that it needs to wake us up. Rome back. Look at that. Rome was distant. Rome was not. He was keeping a 6 foot distance. He was social distancing from this chat. But now we finally lose, and now here he comes. Cowboys got nothing to be happy about. It's sad that they happy that the team that they said, and that's what's crazy to me because I thought we weren't a rival. I thought y'all didn't care about us. But San Fran's supposed to be your rival. Y'all hate them, but y'all so happy they won. I just don't get it. And the craziest part is if y'all beat us on Sunday, y'all gonna help your rival out. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'll remember that, Steven. Don't worry. I will remember that. Oh, you can say hi. Why didn't you say hi after the Buffalo game? Why you ain't say hi after the Kansas City game? You my dog, bro. I would love for you to say hi a couple more times, bro. Say hi a couple more times, dog. Keep that energy. Swift has almost 800 yards off 100 carries, so he should be giving the ball at least 20 carries a game, but 6. I agree. To at least 15 plus. At least 15 plus. At least 15 plus. Can't wait to beat the Dallas. I can't wait to whoop their ass. I can't wait. I still have utmost confidence in this team. One loss don't stop the show. One monkey don't stop the show. What's the best saying I can say right now? I haven't seen you in my chats either, LOL. So what you saying? All right, I'll come say hi. Let me know. You be live late as hell though. That's the thing. I'm an old man, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then the time difference, like when it's like 10 o'clock where you at, it's like 11 for me. You know what I'm saying? But you're right. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. Was it a rush? Bring back Hurts at the end. I don't know why they brought Hurts back at the end. We weren't winning that game. And if we would have, that would have been insane. But all right, so we both got excuses. We both got excuses, Rome. Okay, you answered the question. Yep, long-running drives are the way you beat teams like San Fran who can put up 40 on anyone, more Swift and more RPOs. That's how we beat anybody. If we just run the ball, we will beat almost anybody. Anybody. Fire the head coach now 6 times with Swift is criminal. They did the same ish last year with Sanders. I wouldn't say fire the head coach, but they definitely need to wake up. I will say in the 2017 season, I know it was a different coaching staff. After not running the ball against Kansas City Chiefs, we went on to be the third in rushing in the league. So I'm hoping and I'm praying that this team wakes the hell up. That's really all it comes down to. Wake the hell up. You did some dumb stuff. That's not who you are. Be who you are and go out there and win some games. That's really what it comes down to for me. Where are we going, Devoli? Why you keep saying here we go? Where are we going? Where are we going? We going to Dallas and we're going to whoop y'all ass. That's where we going. Can't wait. I cannot wait. hire Frank Reich back. Head coach has a relationship with him. I would love to see Frank Reich back, even if it's like most likely it would be a advisory role. I would love to see that. I don't know why we not running the ball. I don't either. I have no idea either. We need to mix it up, wake up. I agree 110%, man. There's no excuse for what we did last night. There's no excuse. We looked terrible. San Fran looked great. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, this San Fran team is the same team that lost to 3 teams in a row. So, look, at the end of the day, teams will lose games. Teams lose games. It is what it is. I'm not throwing away the season. I know this team is not throwing the season away. I know this coaching staff isn't throwing the season away. And if any fans want to throw the season away, I'm throwing you away. How about that? I'm trying to win a Super Bowl. I'm tired of seeing this BS we putting on the field time and time again. Not time and time again, bro. Now how time and time again? We 10-2, dog. We 10-2. I understand it hasn't been beautiful. I understand it hasn't been perfect. But we 10-2. It is what it is at this point. Random, you still want Shaq Leonard. At this point, I just want him just to say we got another guy at the linebacking core. I really don't think it's going to make a world of difference, but at this point, it's just to have another body out there. I don't know. Especially losing Cunningham. If we don't have Cunningham next week, we definitely need somebody because I don't want Christian Ellis out there. Not the end of the world at all, Graham, at all. Let me look at this poll real quick. I forgot we had the poll going. We got a $5 super chat. Did I miss it? My bad. I don't know why it didn't show me it was a super chat, but shout out to my guy Steven with the $5 super chat. He says Sunday night football should be fun. However, I'm still thinking of week 17 versus Detroit. All right. It is what it is. Hey. If y'all beat us, that's huge for y'all. If y'all beat us, that's huge for y'all. But hey, I get it. You don't like them Chiefs. It is what it is. But so far we got 60 votes on the poll. How worried about the loss are you? 39% saying very, 39% saying mad but not worried. 19% are saying they don't care, Eagles are fine, and 3% are saying other, and they left it in the comments. So we'll see what happens. We probably will get Ertz. I don't know why, but we probably will. It wouldn't hurt. Their refusal to run the ball is infuriating. I like that word better. That's why I said Sirianni is calling plays. This is 2021 all over again. Maybe I don't know. It's hard for me to get too low right now. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. We got 59 people in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, join the family. I can't see how many likes we got, so I'm sure we ain't got 59 likes, though. So if we could get those likes, I appreciate it. Dallas will make adjustments. Y'all are not the 49ers, okay? Y'all are not the 49ers. So whatever you think the 49ers showed y'all or whatever, they didn't. Y'all are not the 49ers, just like we aren't the 49ers. It is what it is. The 49ers aren't us. The way we win games, I don't think the 49ers can win games. The way the 49ers win games, we probably can't do that. The way that you guys win games, we don't do that. Like, it's different teams. San Fran used the game plan that we should be using, to be honest, running the damn ball. Yeah, and honestly, they weren't able to run the ball until we kept on giving them the opportunity. Us not scoring on those first 2 drives killed us. That allowed them to do whatever they wanted to do. So, it is what it is, man. It really is what it is. Why do y'all have Penny and not use him? I have no idea. Not even giving him a chance. There's a lot of question marks for this team, but 10-2, you got to trust them. To some degree, you have to trust this coaching staff. They've done it in the playoffs. They've done it in regular season, 2 years in a row, having 10 or more wins in your first 11 games. You got to trust them. At some point, you got to just kind of fall back and be like, I hope they figure this ish out. This might be our wake-up call. It has to be. It has to be our wake-up call. It has to be. How long has Dak been with the Cowboys and no ring yet or one Super Bowl appearance? The Cowboys avoid why they haven't won any more rings in almost 30 years. Yeah, because and then they're gonna bring up 8-4, 8-4, right? But Jalen, I think, is 2-2 against the Cowboys in his career. But either way, they won't talk about that. Nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to talk about that. I feel like we could be the best without a doubt, but I feel like these coaches stuck in their ways. I wonder if players speak up about it away from the media. I hope so. I think that if they do, they'll listen. I do feel like if these players talk up, I think the defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator, Nick Sirianni, I think they'll listen. So, it comes down to the players. They got to play better. We can sit here and talk junk about the coordinators all we want, but the offense, the defense, they have to execute. They have to execute. You know what? Starting to think Jalen Hurts audibles to that quarterback play, draw play. He does. He audibles a lot. And honestly, I don't want to say don't give him the opportunity to do that, but sometimes you got to be like, this is the play, Jalen. Don't change it. Or, something. Because I do feel like sometimes he calls out of plays and it doesn't work out for us. We still good. I just don't like not rushing the ball. It's heartbreaking. Literally, it makes me want to cry. I feel you, bro. I feel you. It is what it is. It is what it is. Should we play Rex? I'm assuming you're saying. Sparingly. I like that Rex is getting play time. He has gotten, kind of beat up in the last couple of times that he's been out there. But he's, he could be the future of this defense. He could be the future of that secondary. So get him ready. Get him some snaps now. Honestly, I think yesterday I would have loved to see Tanner McKee play. We got our ass whooped. You might as well see what you got in the backfield. You might as well see what you got on the bench. So I'm not mad about seeing Rex get the snaps that he's getting. Let's talk about this week and why y'all secondary back looks open like 7-Eleven. And Joe, I told you the defense was the Achilles heels since the summer. It's one game that they got blown we lost one game. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, hey, look, this is a year-round thing. This is a year-round thing. Oh my God. They make plays when they need to. We look bad. We've held some really good offenses scoreless in second halves. We look terrible this week. It is what it is. I'm not going to read too deep into it. If we lose against y'all, then we're going to talk about it. But right now, I'm not really panicking. I think they'll figure it out. It is on Nick Sirianni that we've been down at halftime for 5 straight games. Never really looked at it a whole lot, but that's low-key concerning, like we're relying on halftime adjustments. Yeah, I agree. And that's what I think they need to wake the hell up and realize that we are starting games very slow and we're not doing what we like to do. You look at the play calling from the first half to the second half. It is not the same. It is not the same. So if the offensive coordinator can't see that, if Nick Sirianni can't see that, then yeah, some changes need to be made. CFT is correct. Secondary has been a leaky shift. I agree. Yeah, they've been looking bad, but at the same time, they've had good games. So to tell me that this defense is the only reason we lost last night, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I think that the offense had a big hand in it as well. Not being able to do anything on offense kills your defense as well. I mean, let's look at the time of possession. Hold on. Before I say that, let me look at the time of possession real quick, because that tells a big story as well. Let me look at this real quick. We actually had the ball longer. I'll shut up. Yeah, our defense looked bad yesterday. I don't know. I thought we maybe at the end of the day we got to be better on both sides of the ball. Listen, y'all defense is ranked 24th, just saying, but you can ignore it. Everything fine. Your defense just gave up 40. Y'all just gave up like 30-something points to the Seahawks. Y'all gave up 42 points to the 49ers. What's up with y'all defense? We put up 28 on y'all. Like, I mean, we could talk about every team in the league right now. Every team has looked bad. Almost every team has looked bad, including the 49ers. There's not one team that has went through this year unscathed. So I'm not going to sit here and panic. I'm just not. It's time to beat the hell out of teams without worrying about coming back. We just haven't really clicked on both sides, to be real. Each side has won a game this season. I agree. I'm not the biggest Brian Johnson fan right now. I wouldn't mind to have seen a shootout, but yeah, Brian Johnson needs to get it together. Both of them do, man. The offense needs to get right. The defense needs to get right. Special teams is looking all right. But a bunch of 3 and outs is not helping your defense. Michael, because they bored, bro. They got nothing else to hold on to. That's really what it comes down to. They got nothing else to hold on to. They know that the last 30 years have been a joke for them. 49ers, a.k.a. George Foreman. Eagles, a.k.a. Joe Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Hey, I'll take it. Both heavyweights. Both heavyweights. You know what I'm saying? I'll take it. It is what it is. We lost. We look bad. I mean, I know people probably want a bunch of excuses, but there isn't. We look terrible in that game. But if you've watched the Philadelphia Eagles, we come back. It is what it is. And we beat Sam Howells. Who cares? Y'all made Geno Smith look like a Hall of Famer. Like, what do we really talk about right now? What do we really talk about? People want to nitpick little, oh, but look at this stat. Look at that stat. It don't look at the stat that matters. We won the damn game. If y'all can take it, y'all had 6 opportunities within the 10-yard line to score on this terrible defense, and y'all didn't. So let's talk about that. Because I love how y'all like to nitpick things that make it seem like, oh, they weak. We could take advantage of them. But you didn't. You had the opportunities. Y'all lost to us. Y'all had every opportunity to take advantage of this terrible defense, and y'all didn't. Exactly, Katai, and that's my thing. I understand that our defensive secondary has not looked good, but it stems from this offense literally not being able to get stuff going half the time. Half the time they're not able to get anything going on offense, 3 and outs. You can't do that to your defense. Go back to the Chip Kelly days when we were literally always on the field. I know you made no excuse, and that's what I'm saying. You can nitpick little things. I can nitpick little things too. Joe, you said if we come back, bring out the brooms. I can't wait. We're gonna sweep the shit out of them. If we beat the Cowboys, I promise you, Rome, if we beat the Cowboys, you and James are gonna hate me. I promise you that. You and James are going to hate me. I promise you that, bro. I promise y'all that. Y'all are gonna hate me. Talk to them, Weezy. They still lost, bro. Come on now. What's going on, David? He said, I hate losing more than I like winning, but I believe they will trend upwards from this. We need to be more aggressive on defense and be more efficient on offense. I agree with that. 100%. Big bluffing ass. The Cowboys scored 7 points in the second half on our trash defense really counts. Hey, that's what I'm saying. They don't want to talk about that, though, but they hype over what other teams do to us. We made Sam Howell look like a Hall of Famer, but Dak didn't look like a Hall of Famer. He looked like they look like a Pro Bowler, but yeah. That's really why I question, do the players talk to the coaches? The run game gives them a break instead of depending on them most of the game. Yeah, we got to see. Something's got to change. Something's got to change. Bro says, someone said though they wish my daughter died yesterday on Twitter. Not much you can say worse than that, so I'm sure I would be okay. Yeah, that was wild. That would, I do not agree with that. I do not condone that. There's some shitty people out there in this world. I'll tell you that right now. There definitely is. Because, you probably see a lot of my comments and a lot of things people saying to me. So I feel you, bro. There's a lot of shitty people out there. Chill on the defense. They can only play at a high level for so long when the offense starts stringing together 3 and outs. That's what I'm saying. You can't expect them to be out there all game. Do they need to be better? Definitely. But you can't expect them to be there all game and expect them to be, you know what I'm saying? It's just impossible, damn near. Eagles are known for blitzing. Not really. Eagles don't really blitz. This year we've blitzed a little bit better. Josh Dobbs looked like Tom Brady on Dallas defense. Facts. Yeah, I'm glad everybody in here is saying it because, I don't think anybody in this chat condones what was said to Roman. I saw that. I definitely saw that. And I even said, I was like, bro, that's not us. That's him. That's that one guy. My dog is knocked out, bro. My dog is knocked out. He's like dreaming. He's doing like Bart. He's like talking in his sleep. He's bugged out. Yeah, it is what it is. Carter low key is the blitz. That's my guy. That's a big fact. At the end of the day, man, it is what it is. We lost the game. It wasn't pretty. It sucked. It hurt my heart. I'm upset. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we are going to come back and we're going to be even better. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We got 55 people in the chat. I'd really appreciate it if you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe. One last check to see if anything happened with Shaq. And shout out to all these dumbasses saying that, oh, he's crying. Hey, let that man cry. He was upset. He was pissed off. I cry when I'm pissed off. Eagles, I hate our reporters. I'm going to be real with you. And I tried not to say it because I try to be, nice and stuff. But, man, I freaking hate our reporters. Our reporters do not know how to they're just so disrespectful, bro. So disrespectful. It don't look like any news so far. No news so far. So we'll see what happens, man. But like I said, I appreciate everybody. If we do end up getting Shaq, I'll probably do a quick little video about it, giving you guys my opinion. But other than that, y'all know what it is, man. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, join the family. Check the links in the description if you guys are bettors and want to make some bets. Shout out to Parlay Picks and Prize Picks. Both of them, you can get up to 100% of your deposit matched. So definitely go do that. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Y'all make this always. This show is y'all. This has nothing to do with me. This is all about y'all. Shout out to Rome for showing face again today after a loss, of course. But other than that, y'all know what it is, man. It is Fly Eagles Fly, and we are out here. Peace.
This is for you.
Fly Eagles flying. Touchdown, time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a Bird Gang Nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here calling on Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog or watch Miles score off the handoff. Rest of the division, your man Saul Jackson like Sean, hunting like Randall. Season here, early time to do them in. Your boy Philly Fresco. Thanks for tuning in.